Hi all. In this video, we are going to discuss about what is data, database management system, and different type of data, and the purpose of database in DBMS. So before going to know about database management system, we want to know what is data. So data is a non-fact that can be recorded and that have an implicit meaning. Yes, data is some information that can be recorded. For example, your name, telephone number, address, image, video, audio. These are the different type of data. Then Flipkart, Amazon. These are the e-commerce websites. It maintain some data. Actually, they are not selling their product, but they have the details about their product. So it maintain large amount of data. Next, we want to know what is database. Database is like a container because it collect some related data. So the definition of database, it is a collections of related data. For example, in student database, which contain some field, roll number, name, department, marks. These all attributes are related to each other. So this is a database. In the bottom, you can see another roll number, grocery price, car model. This is not a database because it not contain a related data. Next, we can go to understand the type of database. Mainly there are three type of database: traditional database, multimedia database, and geographic information system. In traditional database, information is stored and accessed is either textual or numeric. Here, in this database, information is stored and accessed is either text or numeric. Next type of database is multimedia. In this multimedia database, it only store images, audio clips, and video streams digitally. For example, YouTube is one of the multimedia database. Another type of database is geographic information system. It store and analyze maps, weather data, and satellite images. So these three are the different type of database. Next, we can go to the database management system, DBMS. DBMS is a collection of programs that enables users to create and maintain a database. DBMS is a programs or software that enable users to create and maintain a database. It is a collection of interrelated data and set of programs to access those data. You can see here in DBMS we can define, manipulate, share data. DBMS is a general purpose software system that facilitates the process of defining, constructing, manipulating, and sharing database among various users and applications. Defining of a database in the sense it is specifying the data types, structures, and constraints of data to be stored in database. Let's take an example. In student database, it having attributes like roll number, name, marks. Roll number, name, marks are different attributes and their data types are roll number as the data type is string, name data types is a string, marks data types is float. These are the data types of the student database attributes. So the database in definition or descriptive information is also stored by the DBMS in the form of database catalog or dictionary. It is called metadata. Here These data types and constraints are stored in database catalog. So it is called metadata. Next is constructing. Constructing the database is the process of storing the data on some storage medium. So in DBMS, constructing the database in the sense it stores some data in database. Here you can see there are some values in roll number, names, marks. So here we can store the data in some storage medium. Then another feature is manipulating a database. In DBMS we can modify some data. It includes functions such as querying the database to retrieve specific data, updating the database. We can update some data. For example, in this table, we can change the name of Vivek to Vivek C. So we can give some query to update the name. So update or manipulating is a feature of DBMS. Another one feature is sharing a database. We can share a database, allow multiple users and programs to access the database simultaneously. An application program accesses the database by sending queries or requests for data to the DBMS. DBMS include protecting the database and maintaining it over a long period of time. Okay. Next, we can classify data into 3 types, which are structured data, semi-structured data and unstructured data. So first is the structured data. Structured data in the names suggests the data is well organized either in the form of tables or some other way. So it is a disciplined data because it have a well-defined structure. So in this well-defined manner, we can search and access information from such data is very easy. For example, in Excel sheet, spreadsheet contains some data, so we can easily search and access information. So here data stored in a tables and it is well organized. That is the structured data. Next one is semi-structured data. Semi-structured data is information that doesn't reside in a relational database but have some organizational properties that make it easier to analyze. Semi-structured in the sense it have a both structured and unstructured. It is a difficult to store and retrieve. Here data does not reside in a relational database but have some organizational property, so we can make it easier to analyze. So this data can be stored in a database after processing it. Main example of semi-structured data is CSV, XML and web data. Next is unstructured data. Data which is not organized in a predefined manner. It is not fit for relational database. Here, unstructured data is not organized well. So it is not fit for relational database. It includes text and multimedia content. For example, email messages, word processing documents, videos, photos, audio files, presentations, web pages. Here you can see some example of this type of data. Unstructured data, you can see And semi-structured data is in the form of XML. Structured data is in the form of tables. Next, we can go to the purpose of database system in DBMS. Before the database management system, organization usually stored information in file system. So the file processing system store permanent record in various file, and it's need different application program to extract record and add a record to the appropriate file. So some disadvantages exist in this file system. Main disadvantages are data redundancy and inconsistency, difficulty in accessing data, data isolation, data integrity, concurrency is not possible, and security problems. So, we can go to detail about these points. So the main purpose of database system first is the efficient storage and retrieval. Yes, the fundamental purpose of database system is to store and retrieve data efficiently. Structured data organized through predefined schemas and data models. It allows for quick and reliable access. So, the data are well structured because it is a relational model. It have a tables format. So, we can quick to understand the data. So, we can retrieve the data efficient. Second purpose of database systems is data integrity and accuracy. Data integrity refers to the accuracy and consistency of data throughout its life cycle. DBMS enforces rules and constraints defined in the database schemas to ensure that only accurate data is entered and maintained. Here, DBMS maintains some rules. So, constraints in the sense, it has some rules. For example, the names should not empty. In the student's database, name not empty, and it must contain some data. It is the one constraints. So, it maintains some constraints. So, data integrity and accuracy is one of the features of database management system. Next thing is data security. DBMS provides robust security mechanism including encryption, user access control, and authentication to safeguard against unauthorized access. It ensures that only authorized users can access or modify specific data. So, data security in the sense, DBMS always maintains security mechanism. Only authorized users can access and modify the specific data. Next thing is data redundancy and consistency. A DBMS eliminates redundancy by centralizing data storage and using techniques like normalization. So, in DBMS always eliminate duplications. Duplicated data always removed. Next one is collaboration and multi-user access. DBMS facilitates this by allowing multiple users to access and modify the data simultaneously. It ensures the data consistency is maintained even when various users are working on the same dataset. Collaboration features of DBMS support seamless sharing of data across departments and teams, thereby enhancing teamwork and decision making. So, collaboration and multi-user access in the sense, it allowing multiple users to access and modify the data simultaneously. Next one is backup and recovery. A critical functions of any DBMS is data durability. In the event of system failure, crashes or disasters, DBMS ensure that data is not lost. With the mechanism for data backup and transaction management, database system guarantee that data can be recovered to its last consistent state, minimizing the impact of data loss. So, if any failure, crashes, disaster occurred in the DBMS, it maintains some backup and some recovery mechanisms are possible in this DBMS. So, these are the main purpose of database system in DBMS. First thing is efficient storage and retrieval. Second is the data integrity and accuracy. Third one is data security, data redundancy and consistency, collaboration and multi-user access, backup and recovery. So, application of DBMS, you can see different applications of DBMS are banking, universities, online shopping, airline, library management system, human resources, credit card transactions, telecommunications. So, in this different field, we use the DBMS applications. In banking, for customer information, accounts, loan and banking transactions are possible. In universities, for student registration results with grades and course information, it maintains DBMS. Online shopping, purchase information, payments and invoice bills. In airline, for reservation, schedule and cancellation information. Library management system maintain all the information related to book issue date, name of the book, author and availability of book. In human resources, for information about employees, salaries, payroll, tax and benefits. Credit card transaction, for purchase on credit cards and generation of monthly statements. In telecommunication, it maintain some records for calls made, generating monthly bills, maintain balances on prepaid calling cards. So, these are the main things related to database management system. So, here we discuss what is data, database management system and different type of data and the purpose